Good morning everyone. This is Tumpa Sarker and I am a master student of Biosensing Engineering Laboratory and my topic is tomato grading. Today's my outline is what is grading, then I want to introduce you about necessity of tomato grading, then properties used for grading tomato, after that existing tomato grading system. We know tomato is the most popular fruit. All over the world tomato is grows. The demand of tomato is increasing day by day because different foods are prepared from the tomato. So the grading, now we want to know what is grading. The grading is the practice to separate the product according to size, shape, quality, color and many other things. The necessity of tomato grading. In these slides we can see that there are some images of tomato. Then first image shows that the harvesting tomato. It includes the damaged tomato, mature tomato, immature tomato, and if we do not grade the tomato and sell it in the market, it contains damaged and tomato and mature immature tomato together. So customer do not feel any interest to buy it. So the price of tomato is decreasing automatically. So to meet the consumer preference and to ensure quality product and at the high value, we need to grade tomato. Then parameter used for grading tomato. At first, color. In these slides we can see that there are color irregularity. Sometimes color is dark, sometimes color is light. So color is derived from the values of pixel obtained from the colorimetric conversion, and color irregularity also derived from the pixel obtained and distribution of a given pixel. Then shape. In this view we can see that there are different shapes of tomato. Then shape include the circularity factor, complexity ratio, the difference between maximum length and breadth of tomato, which are derived from the apex side image. This is the defect of tomato, that is called calyx splitting. In these images we can see what is the calyx splitting. Then a hole. Sometimes there are hole in the tomato, but in manually we cannot determine the depth of hole. It also impossible to determine the depth by 2D image. So imaging tomato by it is identified to determine the intensity. Blossom end. This is the another defect of tomato, the blossom end. There are some discolored in the top of the tomato buds. After mature the fruit, sometimes the bird and rat affect the crop and damage the crop. So we need to grade, separate the damaged fruits from the fresh fruits. After that, existing grading system. There are three types of grading systems. At first, roller pin conveyor type grading systems, which is used for citrus fruit, and Cartesian coordinator type robot. It is used for peas, pears and apple. And last, manual grading on tray conveyor. It used for all types of fruits. The first two type exact information from the 6 sides of images, and among these apex sides images is most important, and this is the view of apex sides image. And roller pin type conveyor. It used the belt and chain in here. And in the last images we can see that tomatoes are graded into different parts. There are 5 belt, and there are camera. It take the images and send the image to the computer, then analyzing the tomato where is defect are determined, and automatically the defect and damaged tomatoes are dropped down. Then manual grading tomato on conveyor. Manual grading is the most popular grading. It almost doing by in all over the country, and individual fruits are placed on the tray conveyor by hand, and as it is a continuous process, so it is laborious. It grade tomato by taking two images, so it requires two camera, one is top camera and one side camera. Then as manual is involved, so it is less accurate with compared to other system. Now we want to know the overall grading system. To grade tomato, at first we need to harvest tomato from the field, then feed the tomato into the tomato grader, then tomato grader automatically separate the tomato into different grade. At last, suggestions. And existing grading system are usually based on the external parameter of tomato. So now we need to grade the tomato on the basis of internal parameter. Different approaches are being worked on these types. Thank you everybody. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any questions?
First, I'd like to give you thanks for your presentation. So I think the grading of tomato only based on the physical defect is relatively old and not enough. And I think to make the grading system more precise, some internal quality parameter should be considered. I would like to know from you what are the internal quality can be considered for precise grading of tomato. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. The internal parameter may be the water content and flesh content, and it also includes the different types of vitamin that contains in a tomato. So there are different approaches now working on internal parameter. Now grading system is only for based on external parameters. So we need to improve we need to grade the tomato based on internal parameters.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Hi.
Yes. Sorry.
Thank you for your presentation. And I saw before in slide number 6, you're speaking about Cartesian coordinate type. What is this kind of sorter?
Yeah. It normally used for peach, pears and apples. Now I am discussing about tomato grading.
Okay, so it's different. It's quite different from your grading machine.
Yeah.
Using for tomato. This kind isn't useful for tomato.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.